What is up, guys? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to the channel for another episode of Retro Review. So Merry Christmas, right, to my YouTube family. Yeah, welcome back. This is the welcome to the Dallas Cowboys pregame show. Okay, so I typically do this when I complete a season. Whether I document the entire season or not, but when I do complete the season, I usually do have been having a pregame show, just going over our player stats. That way we can see how good of a season everybody had, our rankings and the NFL leaders. Okay, and then we'll take a look at the playoff bracket, simulate the wild card games, and determine our opponent for tonight's game. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started here. So welcome everybody. All right, so let's start with our quarterback, the leader, number 8, Troy Aikman. How did he do? Well, he played all 16 games, right? So he completed 74.7% of his passes, almost 75% of his passes, for 3,444 yards, 38 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. He also did do 14 scrambles for 71 yards, over a 5-yard average, and 1 rushing touchdown. So there you go. Troy Aikman, I'm going to say, is going to get some votes for the Pro Bowl, right? I'm going to say solid season. You can say maybe not great, maybe not a great season, but hey, when you got Emmitt Smith in the backfield, you're not going to put up, maybe Dan Marino type numbers, because, Marino don't have that kind of a running back. So there you go. With the Cowboys, you got more of a balanced attack there, right? So still, I'm going to say, even having, number 22, Emmitt Smith behind you, and he had a good season himself, solid numbers here for Troy Aikman. 38 touchdowns, just 3 picks. You can't complain about that, right? So awesome job, Troy. Hugh Millen, he just got into the game, last game of the season, and he just had the 1 attempt there and didn't complete it. It was just kind of a last play of the game. Basically, Hugh Millen did our last play of the season. It was an incomplete pass. I should have put him in earlier and give him an honest chance. But hey, just didn't work out that way for him. But he is on excellent, so if in case Troy would go down, hey, it's good to know he's keeping himself in excellent shape there. All right, Daryl Johnston, the Moose. Not too much rushing, just 14 carries, 25 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. But pretty solid numbers there in the receiving game there. Snagged 20 catches for 315 yards and a touchdown, a 15-yard average there. So, other than that, he's blocking, making holes for Emmitt Smith. So, speaking of him, let's go see how he did. 186 attempts for 1,273 yards. So, over 1,200-yard season, a 6.8-yard average, 14 rushing touchdowns. He also snagged 11 catches for 190 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. So, pretty solid season there for Emmitt Smith. Almost a 1,300-yard season, almost. So, good job there to you, bud. Tommy Aggie, he had 1 rush for -2 yards, and but he did have 1 catch for 12 yards positive. So, he just probably came in for just a couple plays, it looked like. Derek Gainer, he had that 1 run for 5 yards last game of the season when we put all the backups in. We put them in last series of the game, and there was under a minute to go. Just give it taking our starters out. So yeah, Gainer, he did. It was just a 5-yard run, but that was one of the most impressive 5-yard runs you could maybe see. Because if you're welcome to go back and look, he broke like, I'm gonna say like 3 or 4 defenders like bounced off of him. You know, they was trying to make the tackle, but he was wrestling and fighting, and so he got an A for effort there, right? So he broke like 3 or 4 tackles to get that 5-yard gain. All right, our starting wide receiver, Michael Irvin, howdy do. He had 30 receptions for 1,051 yards and 10 receiving touchdowns. So, solid season for the playmaker. Over 1,000 yards. Anytime your receiver gets over 1,000 yards, they had a good season. Our other standout wide receiver, Alvin Harper, even a better season. 31 catches, so just one more catch, but for 1,139 yards, a 36.7 yard average, and 15 receiving touchdowns. So yeah, Urban had just one catch difference between the two, but 5 touchdowns difference, and let's see, 1,139, and just about maybe 90 yards or so. You know, pretty close on the catches and yards, about 90 yards separate, but 5 extra touchdowns for Alvin. So yeah, he was a favorite target of Troy's this year. Jimmy Smith, he didn't get any stats. He got in last game of the season, but didn't get anything. All right, Tyrone Williams, he's pretty much our return guy. So he had 40 kickoff returns, 569 yards, 14-yard average there. 7 punts for 41 yards. Our tight end, Jay Novacek, he had a pretty good year. Also, 31 catches, 737 yards, 9 receiving touchdowns. That sounds about right for a tight end, I mean, he had like the same amount of catches, as Harper. I mean, look, again, you want to talk about balanced, right? And as far as like Troy, distributing the ball, look at that. Our top 3 receivers, Novacek, 31 catches, Alvin Harper, 31 catches, and Michael Irvin, 30 catches. So yeah, you want to talk about not really playing favorites and just throwing the ball, to the open guy, right? Except for Alvin did have the 15 touchdowns. That's what stands out for him. But yeah, still good job of Troy distributing the ball here. Alfredo Roberts had nothing because Jay was solid. He was in the whole year, and we really didn't have any injuries this year, which was Emmitt Smith, as many carries as he had, 186 carries, bam. Didn't get hurt. It's like, yeah, we're like the Iron Man Club here, right? Okay, that's our offensive line. Let's go to the defense, see how they did. Tony Tolbert had 4 sacks. Russell Maryland had 6 quarterback sacks. Jim Jeffcoat had 4 sacks. Ken Norton had 4 sacks. Robert Jones had 5 sacks. Vincent Smith had 3 sacks. Charles Haley had 6 sacks. Look at him, he's on excellent. He's ready for the playoffs, right? 6 sacks for Sir Charles. Larry Brown just had 1 interception for 11 yards return. Kevin Smith, he had just 2 kickoff returns for 13 yards. No picks for our other cornerback. Thomas Everett, our safety, had nothing. So that was, our backfield was kind of, thought they underperformed a little bit. But our best cover guy was Mr. Washington here. He had 5 interceptions for 17 yards returned. All right, how about our kicker, Lynn Elliott? He hit 55 out of 60 on the extra points, and he was perfect on field goals, 12 out of 12. Total 91 points. So, yeah, he did miss 5 extra points during the year, but hey, it happens on this game, right? Unless you really take your time, but if you take too much time, then you can get a block, which we did get one blocked against the Bears last game. So it's like a catch-22, right? If you do it quick, bam, you might miss it. If you take too long, it might get blocked. So our punter, John Jett, 7 punts, 399 yards, a 57-yard average. So that's all our stats, player by player. Now let's go to the NFL leaders. Let's go to NFL passing. There he is. Number 8, Troy Aikman, number 1 quarterback in the league. With a rating of 219, right? Next closest one is Jim Kelly with 183. Chris Miller, Warren Moon. Vikings as McMahon. Sims, surprisingly. Young, Humphreys, Favre, and Esiason. There you go. Kozar and Elway round up the top 12. So, Troy Aikman, number 1 quarterback in the league. How about receiving? No, we're not going to be up here in receptions because, it's hard to get the reception. So, let's go to yards. Yeah, there's Alvin Harper, number 7, with 1,139 yards. But how about, let's see, how about yards per reception, our average there? Look at that, the 2 top guys, Harper and Irvin, 36.7 and a 35-yard average. I was trying to see if Novacek was on there anywhere. Yeah, maybe he didn't have enough catches there. I don't see him. Let's go back and look. And how about receiving touchdowns? Wow, Sterling Sharp was number 1 with 21 receiving touchdowns. And amazing, insane. But after him, then there's Harper with 15. Andre Rice at 14. Wow, Mark Jackson of the Giants, former Bronco, 13. Anthony Miller for the Chargers at 13. There's Jerry Rice, 12. So, yeah, Alvin Harper, awesome season, man. How about rushing? Well, Thurman Thomas was the number 1. There was 1684. There's Emmitt Smith, rated number 6. 1,273 yards. How about attempts? Yeah, see? Emmitt Smith, baby, 186 most attempts in the league. So that's what I'm saying. With that being the case, and Troy still put up the numbers he did, that's pretty impressive, right? How about touch average here, maybe? Jim Everett of the Rams had the... Okay, well, I guess so. The quarterbacks can have the best average because, they do a nice couple big runs here and there. Okay, that's interesting. How about rushing touchdowns? Where's Emmett? I guess there he is, number 9, 14 rushing touchdowns. How about punter? There we go, number 1 punter in the league, Mr. Jett, with a 57-yard average. Beating out the next closest guy by 5 yards. Camarillo had a 52-yard average. About sacks. Reggie White of the Packers, Bruce Smith, both tied at 18. Robinson Swilling, there's Derek Thomas of the Chiefs, tied for 3. Brian Cox. We're not going to be up there because, like I said, I think Charles Haley was our leading sacker with 6. So, like I said, with playing my style, playing coverage on first and second down, and not picking pass, right? You give the computer opportunities, and you're not going to get a lot of sacks. Basically, our sacks come on third and fourth downs, because when it's third down, that's when I'll pick pass, and it's, you know, it's like the gloves are off, then it's on, right? All right, kickoff returns. Carpenter of the Jets. Yeah, we're not going to be up there either, because, you know, our guy Williams just wasn't that great for return yardage. Hunter with Seahawks, just that one punt return, but it's a 24-yard average, right? So he was a one-hit wonder there. How about interceptions? Buckley of the Packers with 12. Lewis Oliver with 6. Yeah, there we are. We're in the top 10, you know, with Washington. He had 5 picks and scoring here. Thurman Thomas, number 1. He's a beast, right? Yeah, there's Emmitt Smith. He had 17 total touchdowns. There's our kicker, also Lenny Elliott there. 91 points between the extra points and field goals. So there's all the league leaders. Let's go to team rankings. Miami Dolphins have the number 1 offense in the league. There we are at number 6, total offense. Number 4, passing, and... Wow, was we really that? Wow, okay. 24th rushing offense. Like I said, a lot of teams were keying on Emmitt Smith, you know. It's like I mean, he had a good season, but with the amount of carries he had, he could have had a lot more yards. But a lot of teams were keying on him, right? They picking the plays often, and you know, 5-yard loss, 6-yard loss is like, you know, had to overcome that. All right, how about the defense? Dallas Cowboys, number 1 defense in the league. Wow, over 800 yards. Well, about 8, not quite, but about 800 yards better than the Eagles total. Number 1 pass, 1985 allowed. Number 2 against the run. So there you go. So yeah. So in summary, we for those of you who you know, maybe wasn't with us during the season, Cowboys, we went 15-1 on the season, won the division, right? Best record in the league, and have the number 1 seed, home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So now it's time to simulate the wild card games to determine who our opponent for tonight's game is going to be. It's either going to be the Green Bay Packers or the Atlanta Falcons, right? So let's get it popping here. First wild card game is the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, the Steelers, 31-27, upset. Big time upset. Yep. No resets. You know, that's how I'm doing this season, right? Because like I said, we did lose that one game against the Broncos, so it's like no resets. So yeah, we're going to we keep it real on this channel, right? We keep it real. Wild card game here, Niners and Redskins. Ooh, the Niners big, 35-10. Not surprising. Niners move on to face the Vikings in the divisional round, and the Steelers move on to face the Houston Oilers in the divisional. All right, let's continue. AFC division, or no, this is wild card. I don't know why it says that. Cleveland Browns taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Ooh, it was tied at 10 when McCoy got hurt here. Rainy game. The Chiefs, ooh, in a close one, 20-17. Chiefs move on to face the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round. Alright, this is a game we're really looking at here. This one determines our opponent tonight. Green Bay Packers taking on the Falcons. Ooh, the Packers, 35-17, huh? So we're going to have Brett Favre going up against Troy Aikman in the game. Packers, Cowboys tonight. There you go, guys. That is our division. That is our opponent tonight. Green Bay Packers coming to Texas Stadium. So coming at you live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, live as in live on tape. Let's call it that. It's like a Dark Shadows reference there. Live on tape, right? My videos aren't actually like live. They are pre-recorded, but they are set to Premiere, so where it's like there is a chat. You can join in the chat. I'm there in the chat, so it's kind of basically like live on tape as they would call it. So there you go, guys. That's going to do it for our pregame show and season summary of the Dallas Cowboys kick-ass season where we went 15-1, right? 15-1. So pretty good. It's like, pretty good. Or I'm going to say actually really good. That's a really good season, 15-1. So anyways, we didn't go undefeated, but hey, we're still on track to our ultimate goal, which is going on a playoff run and a championship chase and bringing the Vince Lombardi trophy back to Dallas, right? That is our main goal, okay? So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope to see you tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time when the Cowboys take on the Packers, all right? So that's going to do it for the video. So until I see you next time, have a good one, okay? But if this is your first time to the channel, tap subscribe, then the bell, ding ding, so you're notified when I upload new videos. So until next time, guys, keep it retro and come Lord Jesus. And liftoff. We have liftoff. Challenger has cleared the tower.